Today, games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team from the American, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So Notre Dame's offense will have the first possession of the game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game.
Coming out aggressively. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
If you want to make a statement in a football game, that's how you do it. On your first offensive snap, you go 75 yards and score a touchdown. They have shown up. They are ready to go. Everybody, I think, in shock in the stadium right now.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? So the Navy Midshipmen offense comes out, and they'll try to put together their first drive of the game. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine of linebacker David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled.
There he goes. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The option look. Guys, we have a second here to talk about Navy. Great pickup on the defensive front. Three-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around on that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
This crowd bring energy and noise early. Pulls it in. It's locked. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. Navy will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ends today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're
looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Lining up for the PAT.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. And here comes the Navy offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Ride, pull, going right. And they snuffed out that play from the start. He probably should have given the ball to the back. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Navy will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Hauls it in. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Across the 25. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away. It's a big-time play.
Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Here comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. And it's right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. And Navy will go back on the attack. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach...
Oh, he's got some space. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Here's the handoff. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Navy will have to punt it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here come the Irish back on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this run.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Try to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. He'll try to tack on one more. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Find some fresh air.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
To give to the big fullback. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The midshipmen come to the line on 3rd and inches. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Navy quick to the line. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He tries to take the top off. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Leaves it with the running back. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. It is good.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on, but trying to get behind the defense. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
They'll move the wide receiver. To the ground. He's got it again. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the grab. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the 2nd quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the 2nd half. The defense needs to start making adjustments.
That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the 2nd half. returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wiley. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the sack comes from the middle linebacker, who is the quarterback of the defense. Not only does he get everybody lined up, make all the calls, play the run, he can also rush the passer and sack quarterbacks. What a job.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes...
Lofts one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Cradles it at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. He's going to take off. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also shown he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
Give him 114 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Give to the running back. Makes it past the marker. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And here comes the Navy offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Trying to escape and get it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the move. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Navy will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Punts it out of the air. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here we go. Right back to the well. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Navy will go back on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Turning it on! And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Navy now in trouble here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Navy will have to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Makes a move. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be dragged down. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Running to Green. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gets the back moving. Got his man out of the backfield. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. There he goes! Past the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, but who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. New Mexico is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside University Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Duke. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll step out of bounds at the 13, and that gives him a little bit more room. Now on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's locked. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Right on the money. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Handoff to the fullback. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Sends it back in motion. On the ground, it's locked. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. Quarterback on the keeper. Creates a little space. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Navy, after that huge run, might just try to run it right at him again. After the run, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Throws toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you got to be way more aggressive.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game.
Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Still on his feet at the 45. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Notre Dame right back to the line. They want to run this quarterback. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run. And after this play, the cake will be baked. The give out of the gun. And that is how we will wrap this one up. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here.